Konami Studios with Toru Kato and Kei Masuda of PES Productions. We're going to ask them a couple questions of Pro Evolution Soccer 2013. Hajimemashite.
Hajimemashite.
Thank you for joining us. Really excited to ask you these questions about Pro Evolution Soccer 2013. Our first question is, what are the major changes that fans can see in PES 2013?
はい、まずボールを、フルマニュアルでコントロールできる、PES フルコントロール。
The first thing I would say is PES full control, which users will be able to control the ball much more freely. And to match with the PES full control, we have implemented the proactive AI, which is an advanced type of the AI. Lastly, we have created characterization of individual players. That is called player ID. Those are main things that we can say.
Can you discuss and explain a little bit more about player ID?
選手の特徴であり個性でありっていうのを
It is not just about the visual of the individual players. However, it does also cover wide range of moves and feints and skills. So it does cover actually from the goal celebration to very specific, unique technique that player has.
And can you go in depth on how manual passing and manual shooting works in PES 2013?
今回2013年改良した点として、
Right, it's about the more freedom in your control. You can play or take a shot into any direction you want to. And the power behind the ball is, of course, adjustable. It depends on the user's wishes. So it's all up to user's choice.
So moving on to passing, we know that PES Productions have made a few improvements onto the long pass. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
従来のロングパスを、低弾道で、スピードの速いボールとして
Now users will be able to send two types of long passes. One is high and slow pass, which is quite new. And the other one is improved version of low passes. However, it's much more stronger compared with the previous versions.
Can you discuss dynamic first touch?
これは新しいコントロールになりまして、今までできなかった。
That's about the first touch control of the ball. When you receive the ball, it used to be trapped. Then after that, you start your moving. However, by using this dynamic fast touch control, you actually can move into the moves that you want to do directly from the trapping motions.
See, so it's a much faster,
faster
fluid
and much smoother,
right.
I should say.
What improvements did PES Productions make to defense?
ペスのフルコントロールということで、オフェンス面の強化っていうところに対してディフェンス面の強化で
Not just for the attacking part, but also for the defending part, we have implemented a new system, which is the manual tackling, so that you can perform the tackling at the timing you want to do, which is quite new.
Can you speak a little bit more about proactive AI?
プロアクティブ AI に関してですけど、ボールの、ボールホルダーの位置によってディフェンスラインを
AI recognizes the position of the ball and at the same time position of the players, so that AI is going to make the judgment much smoother. In case of the defensive line, the final bottom line, that will be adjusted by that AI functions. That's one thing about the defending. And about the attacking, it also has a very advantages for the users, which is that by combining the manual passes, users will be able to draw the opposition defender out of position.
Oh wow!
So that there will be a space created ahead of or beyond the opposition defenders, and can't send the pass to him. The player AI will be controlling the player to run into the space.
Oh right, so you can kind of calculate the way that you pass the ball, and
AI will be do that. Yes.
It's like a little trick thing we can now use to think for the players.
Yes,
exactly.
Absolutely.
Now, what improvements or tweaks did PES Production make to goalkeeping?
モーションも増えまして、新たにそのセービングする、動きというのを
About the goalkeepers, we have added new motions
Okay.
for the catching and punching, so that user will be able to see a variation of goal-saving motions from the keepers this year.
And it's a huge difference from the previous game.
大きく改良されてます。で、AI の方の強化っていうのも含めて、そのモーションの増加と AI の強化で、より高いキーパースキルっていうのを表現してます。
Combined with the improvements of AI, the keeper is much smoother, so user will be happy to see that.
Okay. So it feels a lot more realistic when you're playing the game.
じゃあもっと、プレイしてる時にはよりリアルに感じるっていうことですかね。
はい。
Absolutely.
So for someone like me, it'll basically be like I'm playing soccer.
じゃあ本当に私のようなサッカーを知らない人が例えばやってもサッカーをしているような感じになるわけですね。
はい。
Yes.
I very much understood that. Well, you heard it from the source themselves for the updates on Pro Evolution Soccer 2013. For more information, check out facebook.com/Pez and be sure to check out our Twitter feed as well. We'll see you guys soon.
Konami.